Hi, my friends. Sharon Raji Maynard here, and I'm here with Susan Mavity. Susan Mavity's been working with me, and we've been together for a lot of years, a lot of dreams and hopes. And all of a sudden, after all these years, things have come together in a way that we're able to work together. And I'm so excited for that. And I wanted to talk to Susan about where she's at with this adventure. You know, we've been working for the last month, she and I, along with probably 35 to 40 other women, doing what is called crystal broadcasting, using clear quartz crystals with their ability to pick up vibrations and patterns and broadcast it out into the world just like a radio station or a television station, literally laying new foundations for the world that we are claiming and wanting for ourselves. And in the last month or so, I realized that I really wanted to have a coordinator, somebody who works with me but could expand the work. So Susan is the one. So I wanted to let her talk to you about why, Susan, did you even step up and think, I'd like to be the coordinator over this, working with crystals? What motivated you to do that?
Well, I'm so grateful and so honored to be in this place this time with you, together with all these wonderful women. When I saw that job come across the email and you were looking for someone, I just jumped up and yelled, "It's me, it's me." I love working with crystals. And for the last 20 years, have seen how powerful working with their vibration and their frequency is, and how it can shift and heal people's lives, including my own. And that's my own personal experience that brought me to that place, that love for crystals. I've gone all the way to London and brought crystals home from there. Um, they're all over my home. They're integrated into my daily routine. You'll find them in my pockets, in my washer, in my car, in my yard. And so when you began this mission with broadcasting these wonderful reality statements, I knew in my heart that that was my soul's work. I've been searching for years, as you know, as we've worked together. I just never found that right place. And when you added this amazing position, I just knew that this was where my soul was calling. So as we stepped into this, and I had the opportunity to really create with it. That kind of gave me a shove out of the nest. Um, I was a little reluctant, and the procrastinator in me, like, yeah, these are all wonderful, really great ideas, but nothing substantial. How are we going to do this? And all of a sudden, this flow of information and intuition, and this new level of recognizing myself, the foundation that you had laid, the frequency of the crystals wanting to be on a different playing field than we have worked with them before. A new vibration, a new way of being able to shift and change the world. So as they started pushing me out of the nest, all of a sudden the ideas for sprays came, that we could bring it into people's personal lives and use it in a daily manner for everyone while they're broadcasting. Or if friends and family didn't feel comfortable doing the broadcasting part, that they would have a spray, that same vibration to work with, to raise their vibration, to shift their world, so that we each of us could have a piece of our heart that's changing our world for the better for our children and grandchildren. So as I'm mixing and becoming the alchemist, as we talked about, I was just giddy, like a little girl in the candy shop, and pulling and bringing different oils and crystals and different things into this picture of creating this wonderful expansion into the world. I just, for a whole day, I tried to sit down and rest, and all of a sudden, the minute I got comfortable, it was different ideas. research this and look up this oil, and you're going to find this match, and look for this crystal, and just the excitement with me. It was like reviving my crystalline system, energizing it, and bringing it back online.
Wow. Wow. It sounds to me like you didn't sit down and say, I am going to do XYZ. It sounds more like there was an information coming from that crystal kingdom that itself speaking to you. That's what it sounds like to me. Speaking to you. This is how we want to be. And this is what's needed in order for us to carry the vibration. I mean, it sounds to me like it's a joint adventure here.
Oh, absolutely. The first thing I did when they kicked me out of the comfort zone was they asked me to sit with all the glyphs that you've created. And I sat in a circle with them and started to connect with them and listen to what they wanted. And three of the original glyphs came forward and said, we wanted to be those sprays. We wanted to come into this world. And this is what we want you to do with us. And this is how we want you to work with us. And so I went to my essential oil room, and I could hear, choose this, this, and this. They sent me to the oil book, and I looked for properties that matched the reality statement and wrote those down. And as I'm writing these down and I'm pulling them off the shelves and I'm testing with the pendulum, is this the remedy that matches your frequency? And so it was this whole amazing conversation with them about how they wanted to come into this world. The channeling was just amazing. The flow was just beautiful. And they directed me for every step of the way. And same thing, I went into the crystal store and I was, pulling little bottles of crystals off the walls. And, I had my mind set what I thought they were going to be, and they're nowhere near. Oh, I think I had one of them right. And then I would go to the crystal book and I would look at those properties and see how they perfectly matched the reality statement. And so there was no preconceived, notion on my end. The logical part, it was all this communication with the frequencies and sitting in the circle with them, listening to how their vibration and the things that they can do and help us with was simply amazing. So I'm so excited to every month sit with these energies, the new ones, and see how we can expand their work through our physical day into our daily lives. The broadcasting is so very important, but I'm hoping to integrate it more into a daily physical tips that we can use in our practical lives, with those different frequencies.
Wow, this is going to be exciting. So, of course, we're in the beta testing of those sprays and oils and all that's coming together. But they're going to be available for our crystal broadcasters first, which will be probably the 1st of December, just in time for Christmas. We're going to share a little bit more information as we go along in the next week or so that you get a sense of what is happening in that communication field. And it's happening for Susan. And because it's happening for Susan, it can happen for you. And restoring that flow of communication between the unseen and us, between nature and us, between that which we have thought was inert, stones and crystals, and us, is happening. And I'm really glad you're leading the way. So thank you, Susan, very much for sharing. And we will be talking about that more as we go along. So watch for the beta tests. When they're finished, we'll let you broadcasters know. Blessings, everyone.